The ending of that second episode of Obi-Wan. Oh my God! Like, I'm blown away. Like, I had probably 1,000 emotions going through my head when that was playing out in front of me, and I'm just kind of sitting here trying to just post process all of those emotions, and we're going to talk about it in this episode. We're going to be covering episodes 1 and 2. I just watched them both back to back. Uh, Lots of thoughts. This will not be a spoiler free review. This is definitely going to have spoilers. We're going to talk about the entirety of the first two episodes and why I think that the first two episodes of Obi-Wan paint a picture of great things to come. So I hope you're ready to dive in. If you're here and this is your first time, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can follow along and get more. And if you want to support, don't forget you can drop a super thanks, which helps me and also helps the cats behind me because those are rescue cats and all that good stuff. And of course, if you want to go above and beyond, we've got a membership option down below, the Adventures Guild, and there's also a Patreon, which we'll talk about for that world behind me at the end of the episode. But for now, let's dive in. I didn't know what to expect going into this. There was a part of me that was a little nervous because it's been somewhat hit and miss, I would say. Mandalorian, absolutely stellar. Bad Batch, Clone Wars, all that stuff good. I mean, Dave Filoni, in my mind, he is the Padawan, and he learned everything he needed to from George Lucas. So I'm a pretty big fan of all the things that he's a part of. Now, obviously, I've had issues with the Skywalker saga that Disney did. The new films are not my favorite, but again, when the prequel movies came out, they weren't my favorites either, and over time I grew to enjoy them and find a place for them in my heart. So that could always happen, you never know. And besides, my stick is better than bacon. Do 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 do. My stick. Anyway, the first episode of Obi-Wan is slow. It's definitely, they're easing you into things. So we get at the beginning, there's definitely a lot of flashbacks to the prequel films and the whole Anakin, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi storyline, along with some other stuff thrown in there. So we're definitely getting, sort of taken back to the beginning so that we understand the journey that Obi-Wan has been on to get him to this point. Once we get past the flashbacks, or at least once we get past all that stuff, we're now getting told it's 10 years later, and we see Obi-Wan living on the outskirts here in on of the town in on Tatooine, and by day, he's basically working in a factory setting, and by night, he goes and lives in a cave, a very simple life, and he watches over Luke. And that's pretty much his daily existence. That's what he's been doing for the past 10 years. He's definitely trying to keep an eye on the boy, maintaining a distance. There are some Easter eggs here, like when he buys the Y-wing, not a Y-wing, but the shuttle. He buys the shuttle toy from the Jawa and then leaves it on the doorstep. And then the next day when he's in town, we get to meet Owen, who has been just propagating the meme space with some pretty amazing memes of like you trained your father, and there's some really good stuff that has come out of those memes. But anyway, we get that, and basically Owen telling Obi-Wan, you just need to piss off, man. Like, leave us alone. We don't want anything to do with you. I don't want you near the kid. And Obi-Wan gives a line about how, well, I need to train him. And Owen responds, like, you train his father. And that's that meme thing that's spread out. And it was done very well. And we get this sense of kind of Obi-Wan being a very lonely person, and he's having flashbacks and horrible nightmares every night when he goes to sleep because he's just suffering over what happened between him and Anakin, and that has definitely just made him into a different man, and we see a very broken version of Obi-Wan. Then we get over to, which I didn't realize this was going to happen. I thought it was all going to be focused on Luke and Obi-Wan, and we knew that the Inquisitors were going to be a part of this, and they were going to be hunting. I didn't understand how they were going to be hunting Obi-Wan when he was stuck on a desert planet. And then it became clear because, oh, we have Princess Leia storyline too. And oh my God, the little actress, the little girl they've got playing Leia Organa is freaking phenomenal. And the dialogue they have given her, she's so precocious, I think is the word. Just spitfire, like just perfect, perfect, perfect casting. And the way they did all of this was just amazing in my mind. And seeing her go through the dialogue, and she's very much in my mind the perfect fit. Now, again, this is spoiler, so you've been warned at the beginning already, so I guess I shouldn't be worried about saying this kind of stuff. So she gets kidnapped, and that is a lure to lure Obi-Wan out, and that's what gets him off of the planet and sends him off gallivanting around the galaxy to go save her. And that's kind of where we get into the second episode because he is now gone off planet, and he's gonna go rescue Princess Leia. And the second episode, sort of the beginning of that is that playing out of Obi-Wan getting off planet, but it's also sort of him for the first time in 10 years getting out of his shell and being forced to somewhat become the man that he was before. And we see glimpses of the fighter in that, but he still won't, he's still very much don't want to use a lightsaber, can't use the force. I'm very much just a man now, and we just there's so many things here. I'm just kind of trying to cruise through. Let's just say it this way. We get he's continually being pushed, and they did such a good job with the writing. And Ewan McGregor is a great actor in and of himself, and I love what they've done here with him. Cats have gone to sleep now. That's good. So we're just getting greater levels of threat is what's happening here as we get through the episode. So the crescendo is continually rising. The pace is picking up. There's fight sequences and chase scenes, and we've got not just this going on. We get the bounty hunters. We got all these other things. Everybody's chasing them, and then we get to the end, and we have the Inquisitors. Now, this is where spoiler again, huge, huge, more than any of the other spoilers. This is just we're here and we're at the end and they're getting away and we find out why the Inquisitor wants Obi-Wan so bad, and it's because Darth Vader wants Obi-Wan. And 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 we find out that Obi-Wan didn't know. He didn't know that Anakin survived. He didn't know. And so there's this look, and oh, Ewan McGregor pulled it off so well. A look of like sheer terror on his face as he and just pain and agony and like, oh my God. And he realizes Anakin is still alive. And now he's not only imagine all the things that are going through his head, like, oh my, you know, oh, all these things that have been playing out in my mind over the 10 years, those are coming to the surface. But also, oh shit, he's alive, which means the kids. Like, so now there's all this other stuff going on, and the look in his face as he realizes it, and then we hear like you hear the breathing, and then just oh, and then we get the scene of Anakin in a bacta tank, just like all like crispy crittered in a bacta tank. What a way to end an episode. I am just blown away, blown away. Just blown away. This has been an amazing ride. Every time Disney Plus comes out with a new show, I just feel like they're hitting it out of the park. It's like, why couldn't you have done this with the films? Because what you're doing with the TV properties, but again, the TV properties are underneath Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, which is a lot different than what was going on with the films. And these guys are doing great, great, great things. I am just extremely satisfied with these first two episodes, and I cannot wait to see what the rest of the Obi-Wan show has to bring to the table. If you like this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like it, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all those good things. If you want to support the channel, you could drop a super thanks on the video. You can also join the channel as a member of the Adventurers Guild down there. I also stream almost every single day. We do lots of different stuff here. We have a gaming community and a Discord. Links are down below. And we also have the World, the Weave, and the Void, which is that world map behind me. You can find more information about that over at patreon.com/wandering hermits. It's where my brother and my wife and I are creating our 5th edition tabletop setting. Books are out June 1st. There's a point and click adventure game that's out later this year. You can get the demo over on the Patreon page, and there is a book series. You can check all that stuff out as well. And don't forget to stay tuned because I will have more Obi-Wan coming at you. And right now, I just watched the trailer to the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, and it's like today, Star Wars is just like bam, bam, uppercut. I'm stoked. I got more juicy stuff coming at you Star Wars wise. Thanks everybody. See you next time. Let me know your thoughts below.